Good morning, friends. It's Bob with another Devo and a reflection on this Christmas week that we're in. It is now Tuesday, and instead of Facebook Live, I'm just going to be posting this each day during this Christmas week because I want to be able to focus us on Jesus and what Jesus brings to us and how he is the gift. Now, on Sunday, we talked about Isaiah 9, and you know those passages that unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government will be on his shoulders. He will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. And we talked yesterday about Jesus being that wonderful counselor, and I just want to just talk about that just a little bit more today, as this just wouldn't leave me alone. After I actually gave that Devo yesterday, I realized I have a whole bunch of things that I need to bring to the Lord and just inquire of him and ask for his counsel and look to him instead of to everything else and everyone else's opinions. Excuse me. And in this, it drew me back to James chapter 1. Remember that James is talking about when you encounter various trials, greet them as friends, embrace them instead of trying to get them out of the way. And it says in verse 5 of chapter 1 of James, if anyone lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you. So here's the principle that the God who showed up in person, Jesus, he is now that wonderful counselor for you and I that you can come to, and you can ask anything, and you can ask for his guidance, you can ask for his insight, his clarity, all those different things. And I realized after I actually gave that Devo yesterday that I had a whole bunch of things that I just needed to come and lay before him. Now, some of the times when we come and ask the wonderful counselor, King, for counsel, a lot of times we wanted to answer in verifiable places, but in verifiable ways. But I think that what I ran into yesterday was I needed to come and bring all of these things that I'm uncertain about, and all this stuff that's just turning on inside of me that I am losing sleep over, that I am working really hard to figure out. I need to turn these things over to him and just release them to him and ask him for clarity in whatever ways that he wants to bring clarity, in whatever timing that he wants to bring clarity. And I found that there was great peace on the other side of me just actually beginning just to turn things over again. Gosh, here's this question that I'm uncertain about. I don't know what to do about this, Lord. And so I bring this to you. And here's this thing that I'm wrestling with Christmas, and how do we do Christmas with our family, and how do we my son-in-law and daughter have COVID, and they should be out of it by the time we get to the weekend. But what do we do? How do we do this, Lord? And there were all of these different kinds of things that I was having to lay before the Lord and say, Lord, I trust you with this. I ask for your counsel. I ask for your help. I ask for you to take me by the hand. And I need you. I need you to bring clarity into my life. And I don't know exactly how you want to do that, but I trust you that you will bring this clarity. You are the wonderful counselor. You're the counselor that brings wisdom. You're the counselor that brings guidance. You're the counselor that leads me through the minefield of life. But you're more than that your counsel, that your wisdom, it creates a kind of wonder in us. That's the wonderful counselor it's a, aha, oh Lord, I wasn't thinking that at all. That's not an angle that I was thinking of. That's not a person I was thinking of. That's not a kind of rationale that I had ever considered before, but that's you. And the Lord will bring these things into our lives if we will trust him and entrust ourselves to him, and entrust all of these situations where we need his guidance, where we need his counsel, where we need him to lead us. But the wonderful counsel comes not just in you needing an answer, but you submitting your life to him as the wonderful counselor King. Remember, he's the wonderful counselor King. He's not just a wonderful counselor like, oh, nice guy, hey, can you give me some advice? No, he's the King. He's the Messiah. He's the Christos. He's the one who has authority in my life. And so I submit these things to him. I submit my life to him. And I expect that the wonderful counselor King is going to be that wonderful counselor King to me when I come underneath his authority. So today, I want to challenge you to bring all of these questions and all of these things that you're wrestling with, all of this consternation, this anxiety, this this unknown, this confusion, everything. I want to ask you to bring it all to him and truly entrust it to him. Truly entrust it to him. As you do that, peace will come. As you do that and you keep doing that, the Lord will bring clarity because he's good and he wants you to know him and he wants you to know his leadership, and he's very patient. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm praying for you in this Christmas season. We're walking in this together. I love you. God bless you.